And so he went on a journey indeed. Well, two of them did. Meliodas to become the new demon king, and Ban to save his friend. Yes, this is Nanatsu no Taizai, chapter 243. And in this chapter, Meliodas reveals the intentions, what he plans on doing. He plans on becoming the demon king, and he believes that is the only way to save Elizabeth. In the end, this shows, and this is actually the first time Elizabeth disagrees with what Meliodas wants to do. Showing that while she may hold eternally loyalty and love to him, even she do not agree with the fact that Meliodas is willing to become the most evil person in the world, the demon king, or super powerful demon, to save her. I guess in the way it means like he planned on slaying Seldoris in order to free them both from the curse, but then maybe tap into his true power. Or maybe he plans on changing the curse himself so that both he and Elizabeth can live forever. Only the only thing is he will be the demon king. Of course, Hawk is having none of that and changes his shape and tries to talk some sense. However, Meliodas just throws him aside after revealing the strange fact, the fact that he knows that he says the cryptic words, "It must have been a joy piercing and watching over our suffering, hasn't it, Demon King?" As he throws them aside, he coldly tells his former friends that spending time with them wasn't so bad. And so they all, so Meliodas disappears, leaving the seven deadly sins to the moments. And apparently, and now it is, and this chapter revealed one thing. A long time ago, the Demon King saw my magical eye could see everything that happened to your pathetic self. Well, it turns out that there's always been speculation that Hawk has been that and that and that. And now it seems to be confirmed that Hawk is somehow connected to Purgatory. How does not make sense. But the thing is, a part of this makes sense. This reveals why the king has always seen Meliodas, because he can see it through Hawk's eyes. And also another thing, you all remember that annoying parrot that was basically looking just like Hawk, except it was a parrot. Is it possible that Hawk is also, I mean, there's been some implication that Hawk is also a reincarnation, so to speak. But what I meant to say is it a possibility that the Demon King has made Hawk's, if we now say reincarnations, only to have them watch over Meliodas so we can see everything that ever happens to him? The very fact that Meliodas hasn't said anything up until now is actually pretty strange. Or maybe it's just something else. However, of course, no one knows how that is. And everyone suddenly get that if we can get to Purgatory through Hawk, then maybe they can get the motions. But Merlin immediately shuts them down and mentions that getting to Purgatory and out is not something that is impossible. I mean, it is impossible. Because the Meliodas can only do that because he's cursed. And then his son reveals that, and now Merlin reveals some secrets about her father. Apparently a long time ago, her father was the elder sage and chief of a capital. And he discovered the pathway to Purgatory, and he went inside, and just 1 minute later he returned into a shriveled, almost dying husks, which until he died told every single thing he saw in Purgatory. In just that 1 minute he saw a bearable scorching heat and a blistering unbearable cold, with earth as deadly toxic. He saw that space-time itself being warped, and 1 minute felt like it could be a year. And also the only thing that could make him rely on everything was his sixth sense. It was basically a land of utter and complete chaos. Not to mention, somewhere in that place is the dismembered soul of the Demon King, who somehow can maintain his sanity even in a destructive place like that. Well, maybe because he's cursed too. So yeah, the ultimate evil is being guarded by the ultimate place of torture. As the sins begins to fall into this despair, suddenly Bun says he will go. Of course, Merlin tells him that he shouldn't. Ban makes a point that he is immortal, meaning that the blistering heat will also heal his body. But Merlin does point out something that Marashkaila pointed out a long time ago. Ban's body is immortal, but not his soul. Meaning that, and the purgatory is is just as dangerous to the soul as it is to the body. After all, Ban's body may be able to heal from the blistering cold and the acid and everything else. However, can his willpower and his soul overpower the deadliest of the purgatory? Of course, he agrees it's too dangerous. However, having set aside and seen what has happened to his best friend, moreover having not yet apologized to him for saying those harsh comments, Ban greatly blames himself. And he have felt powerless all this time, which actually is true. Unlike all the other sins, he never took a power-up. And is this the final key that finally Ban is going to take the one to be a power-up? He wants to save his best friend with his own two hands. If he can't do that, then he's not even worthy of being protecting the woman he fell heads over. Of course, Merlin is not very happy with this, but she also knows that she cannot protest. As Hawk says to Ban to please return, Ban promises he will. And with that, Ban is teleported to Purgatory, where he is floating and yet at the same time falling. He is now in Purgatory. Where will he be able to reach Meliodas' emotions? Can he steal from the ultimate evil that is the Demon King? And will Ban finally get a power-up? Well, all those answers will have to wait, because the chapter ends. After all, this is but this is interesting. The fact that Ban is the one who is entering this one. I really hope he will get a power-up. After all, Merlin did point out something. His soul is not immortal, but his body is. So how will Ban actually survive the Purgatory? I mean, he won't age or anything. Still, he needs to get stronger. And I think getting to the Purgatory was the excellent choice for finally getting Ban the power-up. However, how will he steal it from the Demon King? It's not exactly revealed yet how powerful the Demon King is in his disemboweled self, but still, things are finally taking a little bit more turn of the excitement in all this despair. So who knows? Next chapter is called The Chosen Princess. So what does that mean? Is that meant to imply that Meliodas is gonna say that Elizabeth is his chosen princess, or is that meant to imply something else? I was hoping we're gonna get a little bit more on the Goddess clan with that title. However, I do not think we will. Still, though, a new journey begins. A journey of despair and a journey of hope. I hope in the end that the hope journey will succeed. Okay, sorry, those were bad puns and they were not intended. Give me a fuss if you have any.